And what we are told is that the 2015 UK elections, the general election, comes off on the 7th of May, that is coming Thursday. And ahead of it, we speak to Dr. Vladimir Nchudanso, who is the Associate Director of the Center for Regional Integration in Africa, to look at the impact and ramifications from that elections, what we should be looking out for, what kind of effect it would have on Africa and specifically Ghana. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you very much for your time.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to your viewers too.
Great. I'm sure you've been monitoring events in the UK, the debate and all of that, and then now we have just about 2 days to that major election. What should Ghana be expecting from the election, and how significant is this particular election to general world politics and then that of Africa?
Well, it's quite significant if you know what is at stake. The British people are expecting much because of the question of Europe, to be or not to be. Again, the British politics is such that expectations are that when the Labour is in office, the developing world believes that it's better for them than when the Conservatives are in office. If you look at the days of Thatcher and the days of others. So over here, I think the expectation of everybody is that Labour must win. Labour must be in majority, and their relationship with Africa would be better. Tony Blair's period of stewardship showed how he was so dear to Africa. His international finance facility that he wanted to release Africa of all debt and things like that. But when the Conservatives are in power, it's like they are more into Europe and they are more into themselves, and they are not very much into Africa. So one way or the other, you would expect that we would say, let Labour come up, let the Conservatives lose. But Cameron's position has created another third kind of force, which is not very strong. I don't think the coalition this time will be able to hold. And so let's see what happens.
Right, but like you're saying, when the Labour Party wins, there seems to be a general external interest. But then when the Conservatives win, and do you not think that this time around the UK might want to look internal, because the past Conservative Party reps were quite active in building the UK as we know now, like you mentioned, Margaret Thatcher. But in this case, do you not think that they might want to look more internally to ensure that the Conservatives win?
Well, that is when they win. But I can assure you that the Labour is always outward looking. They believe in global affairs. They believe that the visibility of the UK in global affairs is quite important to them. And that is why most of us watchers of UK elections and things like that, or politics, would want to see Labour more active in global politics. When the UK becomes more conservative and when they laid back, a lot of things happen. The Commonwealth hiccups, the Africa also badly hiccups one way or the other, because take Tony Blair, and I tell you, those things that Tony Blair wanted to really do for Africa, if any other person had continued just a little, we would have seen Africa, especially the IFS, the International Finance Facility, we didn't see the light of day. Right. And his much travels and talks about Africa and things like that. Our wish is that the Labour should come back.
Right, but in Ghana we have the NPP and the NDC. In the UK, it seems to be the Conservatives and the Conservatives and the Labour Party, and these two parties have been the front runners since 1922. Why do you think that there doesn't seem to be the other political parties making any headway when it comes to UK elections?
It is so because, even as little as the Communist Party, which already said they didn't see anything. But Cameron was smart. The coalition that came up and the lines on which he climbed to fame do not seem to be the guiding principles now. And I do not think the Cameron line is going to make any impact this time. I don't think so. I don't think so. I may be wrong, but then I think the two main lines are going to dish it out. And if they don't win fully, some coalition may come in, but Labour is likely to top up.
All right. I would have to leave it here for now. Thank you very much, Dr. Vladimir Nchidanso.